Shalom Dammit! This is Rabbi Sol Solomon with a Rabbinical Reflection for late July 2026. What happy things occurred this year to take our minds off the miserable state of the world? The New York Knicks, America doing okeedoke in FIFA, Travis Kelce making an honest woman of Taylor Swift, Democrats magically realizing that a lech with a Nazi tattoo might not be the best senatorial candidate, even for progressives. I mean, they wanted a socialist, but a National Socialist? All of these were bright spots in a brown year. The latest distraction from doomsday may not be the most dramatic, but it is the cutest. Last week on social media, a raccoon lumbering across backyards in Seattle went viral. In fact, people thought the animal was viral because he was a mess. A hunchback with a foreshortened spine, the beast, lovingly nicknamed Jimothy, looked like a cross between a squirrel and a midget gorilla. And yet, although goofy looking, this rodent with a pudgy body and a stubby tail was doing everything raccoons normally do, sneaking around, foraging, forcing suburbanites to double bag their garbage. And here lies the conundrum of Jimothy. Raccoons are viewed as a nuisance. They're beautiful creatures, but in your backyard or your garage or, God forbid, your chimney, that's a call to pest control. And don't let children go near them because they could be rabid. Your garden variety raccoon is the last thing you want to see in your garden. Except when you have an abnormal, deformed, genetically fucked up raccoon, then it's love. Everywhere, Jimothy, t-shirts, tattoos, murals, glass figurines. The University of Washington already has a mascot, so they couldn't adopt him. So they just gave him an honorary doctorate. Not really, but check their Instagram. So yes, people are besotted with this trash panda because he's beating the odds. He's living his best raccoon life despite being shaped like Danny DeVito. Jimothy's deformity, his homeliness, which would ordinarily set off a Darwinian instead prompts a desire to mother and protect him. So this got me thinking, which with me is always dangerous. What can Jews learn from Jimothy? I realize our problem is we've become too normal. We're so assimilated, so taken for granted for blending in, people feel no guilt for hating us. Jews hold major positions in law, entertainment, medicine, technology. We have physically gorgeous actors and actresses on TV and in movies, and we may not own all the banks, but we probably own the buildings all the banks are in. Despite our population, Jews are major players in every aspect of the world stage, which gives everyone from good old boy bigots to social justice sophomores carte blanche to harangue us with insults, falsehoods, and blame. When Israel hit back after October 7th, the world went, "What? The underdog isn't supposed to take brutal revenge. If you're not cowering in the corner, you must be the bad guys, not to mention Christ killers." So, how do we Jews counteract this latest wave of anti-us-ism? Why not go the Jimothy route? Instead of being attractive, educated, erudite, cultural, influential, and basically normal, maybe it's time for Jews to lean into the old stereotypes, lose the attributes that have helped us pass and surpass. We all want to be Paul Newman, but it's safer to be Arnold Stang. Why? People who fear commonplace raccoons adore Jimothy because he's a harmless freak. maybe we Jews should grow our noses out, run around with scraggly beards and smelly old coats, cough and limp and crap ourselves, and get partial lobotomies to make us retarded. And then we approach our enemies with Sarah McLachlan music playing behind us and say, "Shalom! Look how helpless and wretched we are. Won't you let us live in peace in our own little country? Think of us as the Mudeng of the Middle East." Now granted, that approach might backfire. Zoran Mamdani might round up all the New York Hebes and throw them in zoos. But just maybe, if we can convince our foes to view us as pathetic Jimothys instead of powerful Jews, perhaps we'll dodge the next pogrom. This has been a rabbinical reflection from Rabbi Sol Solomon, Temple Sons of Bitches in Great Neck, New York. Jimothy, Jim Jimothy, Jim Jeru.